here.
Am I prepared to support primary challenges all across this country to those members of Congress, Democrats, who are not prepared to move toward a progressive agenda? You're damn right I am.
Bernie Sanders joined Crystal Ball on the Hill for an interview, and he was asked about what he could possibly do during a Joe Biden administration to push for policy that actually helps people. Watch his response.
What we are going to do is I'm going to lay out a 100-day agenda which speaks to the need to begin the process of moving toward Medicare for all. My legislation, 4-year legislation, first year lower the eligibility age from 65 to 55 and cover all the kids. I'm going to introduce that bill. Immediately, we're going to raise that minimum wage to $15 an hour, equal pay for equal work. Immediately, a massive infrastructure program to rebuild our crumbling infrastructure and create millions of good-paying jobs. Immediately, making it easier for workers to join unions, et cetera, et cetera. So we have got to lay out an agenda that speaks to the struggles and the desperation of working-class Americans. And finally, tell the corporate elite they have had their day. And we are going to stand up and fight for policies that workers desperately need.
So I want to make sure I'm understanding you here.
Am I prepared to support primary challenges all across this country to those members of Congress, Democrats, who are not prepared to move toward a progressive agenda? You're damn right I am.
And so let me make sure I understand what you're saying here. You're saying, look, the Biden administration, they'll have their 100-day plan, but there's going to be a Bernie Sanders working class 100-day plan as well that you're going to attempt to rally people behind.
You got it.
Got it.
It's exactly what we're going to do.
The Bernie Sanders campaign is not over. This is simply the continuation of it. Bernie's going to continue to use his power, his platform, to push the agenda forward. Medicare for all, free public college, higher minimum wage, which Joe Biden does support, and other progressive issues forward that he supported during the primary. Bernie will continue to do that during a Biden administration. And he has real power. He has real sway over the base. At least half the base backs Bernie Sanders, and I would say a lot more do that simply weren't registered Democrats and unable to vote during the primary. But you have here somebody representing the interests of workers. Most people, when you poll them on the issues, support the Bernie Sanders agenda. If you look at polling on Medicare for all, 70% support. You look at polling on free public college, on higher taxes on the wealthy, a wealth tax. The majority of people support that agenda. All it takes is pressure from inside and outside to push that agenda forward. And yes, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like a Bernie Sanders presidency under Joe Biden, but he has the ability here to push these ideas forward, and he's going to lay out his own 100-day plan. This is, understand how unprecedented this is. This is not normal. Most politicians that lose in a primary don't do this. They kind of just go away. Bernie Sanders is fighting for this agenda because he knows this is how people, this is what people need to be able to live a life of dignity. So he's using his power to do that. And as well, as he said there, he's going to also continue endorsing challengers to establishment Democrats who are unwilling to sign on to the Bernie Sanders platform. And now they're scared. Those corporate Democrats are scared because they have seen Elliot Engel get taken out. They've seen Joe Crowley get taken out. They've seen Lacey Clay get taken out. And these are prominent Democrats. Corporate Democrats have been put on notice. They know if they continue to ignore what the people want, what the base wants, they're going to get primaried out. So, look, 4 years ago, the left had no power at all. The workers' unions had no power at all. Now they have some power. And you're going to continue seeing that. And there's more as well. So I'm going to link to this interview below the video. You should watch the whole thing. But there's a part in this discussion as well where Crystal Ball asks Bernie Sanders about this, about how Joe Biden is eyeing GOP candidates for his cabinet. Now, this is something has gone on forever. Barack Obama also did this. He also had Republicans in his cabinet as well. This isn't new. Also not surprising considering if you know enough about Joe Biden. But it continues to be the dumbest thing in the world. The idea, what is the benefit to putting somebody from the GOP in your cabinet? It's not going to reach out to Trump supporters. Trump voters aren't going to all of a sudden like Joe Biden if he does that. Politicians, GOP politicians in the Senate and the House aren't going to all of a sudden going to sign on to the Joe Biden agenda. It's a completely useless move. They think it shows unity. It does absolutely nothing. It is stupid. All it does is stop progress. But Cristobal asked him about this, and Bernie Sanders said during the interview that people that have endorsed him are in fact also being vetted for cabinet slots. And one of those people, before I even get to that, let me just show you this headline as well. The left is, they have some say during or in Biden's transition team. They were trying to push Biden away from moves like this. But after this interview, this story came out. Bernie Sanders makes a play for Biden Labor Secretary. It's possible, unlikely, but possible that Bernie Sanders could be in Joe Biden's cabinet. So, look, there's stuff to look forward to in terms of the fight, because these past 4 years, it's all been defensive. It's all just been trying to, lessen the blow as much as possible when it comes to Donald Trump and what the GOP are doing. And you just saw them right now trying to push through a Supreme Court pick, which could play a role in the election as well. But if Joe Biden wins, what's the debate then? If they take the Senate, they have the House, they keep the House, they have the White House. The actual debate then is neoliberalism versus democratic socialism. That's the debate. That's the debate that I want to have. Because you have people now, it isn't just an outside movement. You have people in Congress, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Jamal Bowman, Cori Bush, others, that are pushing this agenda forward within the walls of Washington. You add that to the Bernie Sanders movement, I'm telling you, there's power there. I don't want to pretend that this means Joe Biden's going to turn into, Bernie Sanders. No, obviously not. But it does mean that you have a say in this fight.